Hey! Hi, how you doing? This is Ryan, and welcome back to the Gamertron Show. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, what the hell is this video about with a title like that, eh? So what spawned the creation of this video is I recently played and beat the video game A Plague Tale: Innocence. Phenomenal, beautiful game, highly recommend, Game of the Year 2019 material, and I recently just had the pleasure of beating the game. Now, I don't know if any of you also do this, but after I beat a game, I go to check what achievements I've unlocked and what achievements I have yet to unlock. And while looking at the list of achievements for A Plague Tale: Innocence on Steam, I got curious and decided to check out the global achievements, the global gameplay stats. And what I discovered absolutely shocked me. So, A Plague Tale: Innocence is a single-player only game. You are playing this for the single-player story campaign. You're spending up to 45 American dollars, 60 Canadian dollars. Point being a decent chunk of change. You're spending quite a bit of money on this game, and based off the reviews of this game, it's overwhelmingly positive. So you would reasonably assume that people would want to get their money's worth out of the game and see the story of the game through to the end credits. Right? Wrong! The achievement Knights, which is the achievement you get for beating the game, complete all chapters of the game, only 43.4% of players who own the game have this achievement. Less than half of the total number of people who own this game have completed it. That's genuinely difficult for me to believe. That's crazy to me. Let's be generous and just assign a sales number. Let's say that over 1 million players own A Plague Tale on Steam. And based on these percentage numbers, over 600,000 people who own the game have not finished it. I just can't believe it. I can't believe that over half the amount of people who own the game have not finished it. That just... wow! And if we're to scroll up and look at the earlier achievements, like the achievements you get for completing the initial chapters of the game, we see the player percentage numbers slowly decrease chapter after chapter, meaning more and more people just stopped playing after the initial chapters of the game. Now, if A Plague Tale was a bad game, if it was getting negative reviews, I could understand this. I could understand the drop-off in players not continuing the story, not seeing it through to the end. But A Plague Tale is really fucking good, and the reviews are overwhelmingly positive. Why then have thousands of people, if not hundreds of thousands of people, just stopped playing after only a couple, if not a few hours into the game? You see, for me, this just doesn't compute, because when I buy a game, when I play a game, I want to see it through to the end. I want to get my money's worth. So the fact that there are tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people who have bought and played A Plague Tale: Innocence and never finished it, and you can beat this game in around 10 hours, if not less than 10 hours. So having less than half of the total amount of people who own this game actually finish it? What a waste of money! Why would you buy this game if not to get to the end? It's a story-focused game. It's like going to the movie theater, paying for your ticket, watching the first 10 minutes of the movie, and then walking out of the theater. Why would you waste your money like that? So this crazy phenomenon with Steam player owner achievement percentages that I discovered with A Plague Tale: Innocence, I got curious and decided to look at a bunch of games. And it turns out gamers on PC are a bunch of lazy, wasteful fuckers. Let me show you. Devil May Cry 5, Man on a Mission, Clear Mission 18, the final mission of the game. 50%, only 50% of players who own the game on Steam have finished the game. Again, let's be generous with the numbers here and say Devil May Cry 5 sold over 1 million copies, there's over 1 million PC players on Steam. That means around 500,000 people who own this game have not finished it. Again, Devil May Cry 5, single player only game. There's no multiplayer or co-op, there's no overmodes, there's just the campaign. And it is equal parts gameplay focused and story focused. So why you would not want to finish this game, why you would not want to get your money's worth, again, just beyond me. And again, Devil May Cry 5 isn't that long a game. You can beat this in under 20, under 15 hours. Hey, this is Ryan of the future. I'm well aware in post of my mistake I made here. There is more than 18 missions in Devil May Cry 5, but for some bizarre reason there is no achievement for just finishing those missions. So I assumed while making this video that there were only 18 missions. My mistake. It was dumb, I admit. But my point still stands about the amount of people who haven't finished the game, but own it. Let's look at another game. How about Activision's last Call of Duty game on Steam before they switched over to the Blizzard launcher, Call of Duty World War II. Now, the Call of Duty games are known for having 3 major pieces of content: the single-player campaign, the PvP multiplayer, and the co-op horde modes. Now, I know a lot of people, most people, who buy and play Call of Duty only do so for the PvP multiplayer, and if you do that, I'm sorry to come off as, well, rude, but you're a fucking idiot. Why would you spend upwards of $60 or more on a video game just to play one mode it has? That's like ordering a cheeseburger and then only eating the buns. You paid for this whole meal. Get your money's worth. Eat the whole damn thing. And that goes with video games too. You spent a shit ton of money on this game. Don't you want to experience everything it has to offer? All the content in the package you bought? I know I'm going on a tangent here, but I just find it crazy that people will spend ridiculous amounts of money and barely play and touch the games that they buy. Which segues us into how many people have actually played and beaten the campaign for Call of Duty World War II. Less than half. Only 43%. Now, I haven't played COD World War II, and I've heard reports that the campaign for World War II isn't the best. It's a fine, mediocre campaign compared to older Call of Duty campaigns, but still, only 43%? Less than half of the people who own this game have actually finished it and seen the end credits? And keep in mind, this is Call of Duty, so that basically guarantees that this game sold millions of copies. So this is hundreds of thousands of people, if not millions of people, who have not finished the campaign in World War II. Insanity. Absolute insanity. Okay, but what if we look at a Call of Duty game with a campaign that is renowned, beloved, like Call of Duty Black Ops? How many people have completed the campaign for Call of Duty Black Ops? 42%. 42%, so even less than World War II. 42%! That's hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people who have not beaten the campaign for Call of Duty Black Ops, one of the best Call of Duty games ever made, with one of the best, if not arguably the best single-player campaign in the series, and yet less than half of the people who own the game have not beaten the campaign. What the fuck? What the fuck? What is wrong with you people? What is wrong with gamers? Particularly, in this case, I guess, PC gamers. Why are y'all buying all these games, spending all this money, and then not finishing the games? I don't get it. I don't get it. Okay, let's move away from Call of Duty and on to my favorite first-person shooter of all time, my favorite video game of all time, Doom 2016. Now, Doom 2016's campaign is beloved, renowned. It's the main selling point of the game, it's the reason everyone recommends the game, so you would think that most people who own Doom 2016 have finished the campaign, right? So, spoiler alert, the final boss is the Spider Mastermind. So we can use the achievement you earned for defeating the Spider Mastermind, who's next, defeat the Spider Mastermind, to determine how many people have beaten Doom 2016's campaign. 30%. 30% of the total number of people who own this game have beaten the campaign. What the actual fucking hell? Keep in mind, Doom 2016 has sold millions on PC. There are millions of people who own Doom 2016 on PC. So literally, millions of people who own this game have not beaten the campaign. What the fuck is wrong with all of you? Or is Steam lying? Steam has gotta be lying, because there's mass hype for Doom Eternal, and Doom Eternal is mostly selling itself on its single-player campaign, and yet Steam is telling me that more than half of the people who own this game haven't even beaten the campaign, so how can there be this much hype for Doom Eternal's campaign? What? This can't be real! This can't be reality! And if we look at the multiplayer achievements for Doom 2016, IPXSetup.exe and Combat Tested Doom Guide Approved, we look at these achievements respectively, only 18% and 13%. So essentially, even less people who own Doom 2016 have even touched the multiplayer. Essentially, what I'm getting at here is that there are millions of people who own Doom 2016 but have never played the game, barely touched it, if at all. Why are there so many people who have bought this game, who own this game, but haven't even touched it? Why'd you even buy it? Why'd you even buy it if you were never gonna play it? Just what the fuck, man? What the fuck? What is wrong with gamers? What is wrong with PC gamers? Why would you buy a game if you're not gonna play it? If you're not gonna see it through to the end credits? Like, why? I don't get it. Maybe I'm a weirdo. Maybe I'm the anomaly here. Maybe this is just normal, that hundreds of thousands of people just buy video games and then barely play them, if at all. Now, could the Steam Global Achievement stats be incorrect? Perhaps. I'm ignorant as to the nitty-gritty details behind them, how they are accumulated, but for the sake of this video, let's give them the benefit of the doubt and assume that they are indeed correct, that these are accurate statistics. And if that is indeed the case, they reveal a very disturbing pattern. Monster Hunter World, less than 50% of people have finished the game, got to the end credits of that game. Alien Isolation, less than 20% of players who own the game have finished the game. Bayonetta, less than 20%, only 18% of people have beaten the game. Borderlands 2, only over 30% of people have beaten the game. Cuphead, only 13%. Only 13% of people who own Cuphead on PC have beaten the game. The Witcher Free Wild Hunt. Only 26% of people who own this game on PC have beaten the game. The Witcher Free Wild Hunt. I genuinely hope that the Steam stats are wrong. I genuinely hope that these stats are incorrect, because if they're true, if that's the case, well, the gaming community has a serious issue that it needs addressing. The video game community online goes on and on about the issues plaguing the video game industry. But maybe, perhaps, and I've said this before we start actually addressing and trying to solve the issues within the video game industry, maybe we need to solve the problems within the community first. Because it appears, just based on the stats we can find on Steam for PC gamers, there is an epidemic, an absolute epidemic of consumers who are just consuming for the sake of consuming. There appear to be hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of gamers that are just buying games for the sake of owning games and not even playing them, not even touching them. Now, this is just my perspective, this is just my point of view, but I believe in getting your money's worth out of a product. If I buy a meal, I'm gonna eat the whole damn thing. If I rent a movie, if I buy a movie, I'm going to watch that thing from beginning to end, and I'm going to see the special features if it's on DVD and Blu-ray. And if I buy a video game, I'm going to play that sucker from beginning to end. If it's got a single-player campaign, I'm going to get to the end credits. If it's got a multiplayer, I'm at the very least going to put a few hours into it. Co-op, same thing. Point is, I'm going to get my money's worth. It just seems alien of me to spend your money on something and then do nothing with that something you spent money on. Like, that's just a waste of money. I also can't understand not wanting to see a story through to the end. Most of the games I have listed off in this video are story-focused games. The appeal of playing these games is going on the journey they provide, the experiences they provide, and seeing how it all concludes, getting to the end. I can't imagine being satisfied with a game, stopping in the middle of the story and not seeing how it all ends. I would like to think when most people pick up a book, read a book, they read it from the first page to the last, and when you watch a movie, you watch it from beginning to end. So why do hundreds of thousands, why do millions of gamers make an exception for video games and their stories? Why do so many gamers buy these games, own these games, and then never play them, or at the very least, never see them through to the end credits? What are your thoughts, feelings, and opinions on this phenomena? Because I got nothing. I got no answers, I got no reasoning. Do you think the Steam stats are wrong? Do you think they're incorrect? If you believe they're true, why do you think the numbers are the way they are? Why do you think hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people don't finish the games they buy? I'm genuinely really fascinated to hear what everyone's takes on this are. So please let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I can't wait to read what all of you guys think. Anyways, that's been a video. Thank you for watching. If you like this video in any way, shape, or form, please be sure to hit the like button. Hitting the like button helps you, helps me, helps everyone involved in the video if you hit the like button. If you want to help out and support this video, then please share it on social media, Twitter, and Facebook. And if you want to help out and support me directly, well, there's always Patreon. Anyways, guys, that's been a video, and I'll see you all later.